Hello and welcome back to a new video on my 1 month game dev challenge. In this video we will see how we can create these tactical markers where we can just shoot a raycast towards a point in the map and see where it's going, and then head right to it and see that the tactical marker is there, and with another click on the third mouse button, with a click on the mouse wheel, it's gone, and we can create another new tactical marker. So let's dive right into it. So at first we're just creating some new actions for our player input. So let's dive into the player input and create a new action. I just call it marker. I think marker is the right one to do. And for the path, I'll just use the mouse scroll wheel. So this is kind of the third mouse button. I hope this is okay. It's called middle button. Nice. And then I'll just save that. And as I know this is the marker, I step into my player controller and add a new input action for that. So let's dive right into this script controller, player controller. And with that, we'll just create a new game object when we're pressing the middle mouse button. But for that, we need to listen on these events. So let's create a new input action, call it marker action. And with this marker action, we do the thing I just told you guys. So this is the marker, and then it's on marker started and on marker stopped. Most of the time we do not need these stopped functions, but I think it's cleaner to have them in. And also maybe at some point we want something to happen when the action is stopped. Something like, I don't know, statistic stuff or something like that. But this just as an info for you guys. So on marker stopped. Nice. And there we go. What do we want to do with the on marker started? Well, we want to handle the marker stuff. So for that, we create a new function where all these functions are. There we go. Call it private void handle marker. And then we want to shoot a raycast from our camera right to the place the marker hit and place a game object right there. I think as we use most of the functions in the weapon controller, I think this could be part of the weapon controller. So for that, we also got a reference right here. We just can call the weapon controller dot I don't know, shoot with marker, I think is a good function, because we also have a shoot with weapon where we also create a raycast with that. So let's just use this to stay kind of basic. So there it is, shoot with weapon, and right under this we call the shoot with marker function. And with this function, as I said, we want to shoot raycast, and we want to see, okay, what do we hit? If we hit the ground, then anything should be invisible, kinda. And the let's say, I don't know, the game object cube, for example, should be spawned. So let's do it this way. Game object geo. This is just for testing purposes. And then we say, okay, the local or the position or transform position equals hit dot point. I think this is pretty cool. But we also might want to check if the layer mask is I think it's totally okay to check for everything except for the player, because we maybe want to also have some of the warning signals like Fortnite has. But let's see if this is working in the first place. So I shoot with the middle mouse button, and there's an arrow. What's this? Yeah, okay. This, yeah, okay. This, that's my fault. I forgot to delete this little instantiation, what we do not want. So let's reload this change, and then let's see if this is working correctly. I hope so. And when this is done, let's see if I shoot with the middle mouse button. Yeah, this is working nicely. Cool. So we can shoot our tactical marker, but you see, we got multiple objects spawned. This is not what we want. We just want one marker at a time. So for that, we just use the private game object, and I would say this is called temp marker, or already spawned marker, and this is none. And there we go. Then we say this is the marker, and we say if our marker is not null, oh, it's null, not none, none is Python, then we want to destroy it. Destroy this, and then the other one can, yeah, take this position of the first one. So let's try this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we still just got one marker. Nice. This is working as intended. So let's get right into the visuals. We want to have a particle system to handle the visuals. And so I call this tactical marker. Tactical marker particles. Oh, I can't write today, I'm sorry. And I directly make a prefab out of that. So this is the particle, and these are the particles. I really cannot spell today. Particles. This is the way, yeah. Also the prefab. Nice. So what do we want to have on there? We want some particles with a super slow speed, something like random between 0.1 and 0.2. And we also want to have the 3D start size, and we want to increase the Y size. So this could be like 50. Yeah, because we want some kind of, yeah, God ray. Is God ray the correct word? I think so. Some type of volumetric light. And for that, it is kind of cool to have it like this. Of course, we should need a material which is kind of transparent. So we maybe also need to create a new material for that. And also we could create with the shader graph some cool shader for this material, but we want to stay pretty basic on this project as we just got 1 month time. So I think this is okay to just have a pretty basic material, and I call this the tactical marker particle, spelled correctly this time. Nice. And we want to have it transparent, render from just the front. It's okay. It should not receive shadows, and we do not want to have specular highlights. And the color is, it can be completely white, because we can adjust this within the color section of our particle system. So let's use this pretty cool material right here, and let's adjust the color. Is this working? Nope, it's not working. That's pretty bad. but it's working with the material. Nice. So let's check if we at least can change the color right here. This is not possible. So then we just use as a shader some particle stuff. Is this working? Looks looks pretty not so good. So what about this type of shader? If we say, yeah, this really looks better. Okay, cool. So we also want to have some kind of particle here. So I just use the default particle. Of course, we could add another one, but this is totally fine like it is. And we just use the color red for that, or yellow, green. This is also not that important because we also want to keep this dynamic and have some kind of input, input color to check if this is looking okay or not. Also, we want to not have this black border like you see here if you look closely. Yeah, but it's okay for the first place. In the first place, I mean, and we also want to adjust the radius of this particle system. I think this one is right as it is. Nice. So as we got a prefab right here, I think we can add a field to our prefab manager, and where it is, there it is, the prefab manager within the particle section, and we just say, okay, this is the particles, tactical marker. Nice. And we want to spawn this tactical marker right away. So let's just instantiate it right here. So we instantiate the prefab manager.instance particle tactical marker, and we want to have the position. So the position is the hit point, and the quaternion is just the identity of this one. So this is pretty basic stuff. We have to check if this quaternion identity is okay, because with particle systems we might want to check to rotate it around, I think, 90 degrees to have it correct. So let's see if this is working in the first place. So let's press the as like every time I forgot to drag it into the variable field. So let's get it done quickly. Tactical marker right in here, and let's go. So okay, pretty cool. This is working, but it is also creating two of them. This is not what we want. Why is this? Why do we have two of these? I don't know. So let me see. Now we got 3 of them. And if I hit again, it is 4. Yeah, it is 4. So I think there is a problem with this mechanism. So let's see if we can fix this. So maybe the best idea would be to have a marker for each player and then enable and disable it by clicking on the mouse wheel, so that we not have to instantiate and destroy it again, which takes a lot of performance time. So it would be pretty cool to have it that way. But honestly, I do not get why this is getting instantiated a bunch of time. Pretty strange. So I just tested without destroying it in the first place, how this is working at all. And then I just press it 4 times. And now let's see, 2, 4, 6. This is pretty strange. That this is happening. But I think it is the best idea to keep it under the player. Then each player maybe has some kind of player color and assign it to its own color. So let's try it to add the tactical marker to the player, disable the object, and get the marker in the weapon controller. So this is the tactical marker particles, and we make a serialized field with that one, and then we just enable or disable it. So we just set active to true, and then we set the position to hit dot point. So we do not spawn anything new, we just use the current one, and I think this is a bit more performant. Of course, we maybe need to clean it up later so that we do not have it under the player character, because I'm pretty sure if we are working around that this is not working anymore, because it's, as I said, it's bound to the parent. So this was a pretty bad idea. But we can make something like a marker manager, I think, where every marker is getting registered and getting callback to the player. So let's do it. This is the marker. Marker. Nope, it's the marker manager. So let's use the marker manager here. So, and then we have something like the public void register player, and then we have the function, or maybe here the player, and then we have the game object marker is the new instantiation of the prefab manager instance dot technical marker, and it's transform. So this is okay, and then we just return the marker. This is everything we need, and we get the game object right here, and there we have just a private dictionary where we have the player and our game object as the player marker map. There's a new one, so let's make it new, and we just add the player to the marker, I think. And with this logic, we create a marker for each player on the start. We can call it on the weapon function. Can we? Nope, this should be on the player. So let's go to the player, and in the start function we also register this on the marker manager. So let's get it right here, marker manager.instance register player, this one. And then we want to make the marker manager as a static class. So static marker manager instance. And then in the awake function, you know it already, if the instance is equal to 0 or equal to null, we want to say a instance is this script. Nice. So we register our player right when it gets instantiated, and then we get a marker back, and with this marker we can easily get things done with the weapon controller. So let's move this not in the player, but we move this to the weapon controller. I think this is okay, because we make it work with the player function right here. So here we got our, where it is, technical marker. So let's remove this already, and then I think it should work pretty damn well. We also need to remove the technical marker from our prefab right here. So let's delete this, save it, and let's test it if it's working. So here you got the first marker, and now if I hit the middle mouse button, it should move. Nice. This is working really nicely. So now I need to make sure that all of them are set to false. So let's set this to false. And the cool thing about is we can toggle this one right now. So we can now check, or we can get the state of the game object every time. So we just say where it is, shoot with marker. We just say if technical marker is active self, then we just say it should set active to false and return. And if not, the technical marker gets set to active, and the hit point is getting refreshed. So let's see if this is working. There's no technical marker in here, but if I press the middle mouse button, there it is, and I press it again, it should be deleted, and there it is. And now I can press the marker right here, or right here, or right here, but I can every time remove the technical marker. Nice. And with that, we also see this tech tactical marker within a big range. Of course, we could also create the better sprite. So let's try it right away to make it a bit more cooler. Because right now there's a lot of black borders, and on the distance it doesn't look that good. So if we hit none, for example, it should be a really, really bright green laser beam. And I crashed it. Oh, is this crashing the... No. It should have nothing to do with it. Oh, yeah, right. This is a problem because it is maybe not even registered. But why? It should be registered right away. Missing reference. What did I do? What did I do? Okay. I have to check if this is 0 or null, if tactical particles equals to null. Then I want to set it. So let's check if this is now working. There we go. And now this is a really good and seeable stuff. Of course, we could also reduce the transparency to make it a bit more visible and add some kind of sparkles or something like that. But I think it's already pretty cool. Yeah, to have it that way. And yeah, with this marker we can already can mark some things tactically, and also maybe the next video will be about a minimap, and then we can see in the minimap where we want to go and where we want to head. Nice. Then I really thank you for watching this video. If you do not want to miss anything regarding this 1 month game dev challenge or my main project azaryia, what I'm doing mainly on this channel, some devlogs about my game, then please hit the subscribe button, and then we see us in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.